What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack. In this video, we're going to talk about why I think Bitcoin is going to continue downwards and hex probably like 50-60% more of a correction. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the charts.
You big old sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want to 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. Two really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
Bitcoin on the daily chart. Bitcoin is looking like absolute dog shit once again ever since we sold our trading position at right here at about 65K. You can look it up if you don't believe me. I bought an R8. I've been traveling. I did Tulum. I did Puerto Rico. That you got to take profits in this market, guys, because things are kind of looking bad again. Now, we did not get faked out on this. This was the easiest trend to spot right here. We're below the 21 exponential moving average and rejecting all the way down in a daily downtrend. Right here, it's getting a little bit murky. We did not get faked out here. We almost got faked out right here. That's the Putin pump. That's when the Russian Federation implied that they might accept cryptocurrencies for oil reserves, and we had a nice little bit of a pump. We broke out of this 77-day consolidation right here, got above the 200 exponential moving average. We ended up consolidating several daily candles above the 200, getting everybody bullish, including me. Luckily, I did not buy into that market because we had a nice dump through all the moving averages, through the primary pivot. Now we're rejecting the primary pivot in about 3 days. Okay, now there are no certainties, there are only probabilities. Look, ancient alien astronaut theorists believe that we're probably going to come down below 40K and test this 39K region right here, where this ascending trend line meets this Fibonacci pivot. Okay, and by the way, I sold the real top. Okay, Richard Hart's 65K call is over here, and look, we had a whole summer and a new all-time high. Okay, so I really don't count that, and I'm kind of sick of hearing it. But what does this look like? This looks like a bear flag. And it is a bear flag on a massive scale with a lot of potential to the downside, but anything can happen. All I'm saying is it's like blackjack and the probabilities are not on our side. It would be like the dealer showing a face card and us having 13. The probabilities is that we are gonna bust, but we could maybe, just maybe, get that 8. So who the hell is selling? It is the 6 to 12 month holder. According to this on-chain analysis, the 6 to 12 month HODL wave is selling to the 1 to 2 year HODL wave. So the people that have been holding for a couple years are the ones buying right now. I've been around for about 5 years, but I am not buying right now. I still think that we're going to get that big flush, and I'm waiting for my opportunity. But these are the guys with the paper hands. It seems like as we're getting a pump, these people are happy to cut their losses, get close to break even, and get the hell out of the market. However, I do have a HODL position in Bitcoin, ETH, and shitcoins that I'm going to go off the cliff with. However, if we look at the Google search volumes, we are trying to come back down to the previous bear market levels right here. So I think we still have a flush to go. I think we have some more downside to go. Tesla, Block, and Blockstream team up to mine Bitcoin in Texas. So obviously it's Elon Musk, the moonchild. We got Block, that's Jack Dorsey, former CEO of Twitter, former CEO of Square. It's called Block now, and Blockstream, which of course is Adam Back, who has been rumored to be Satoshi.
Who do you think is Satoshi Nakamoto? Is it possible that you are, in fact, Satoshi Nakamoto?
No. If you have a preponderance of the evidence, I think the most likely candidate would be Adam Back.
Not only do we have volcanic energy miners in El Salvador, now we're talking about doing a solar mining farm for Bitcoin, but can it be profitable? Solar energy is very, very expensive. Can they compete with a Chinese miner that is petroleum based? Okay, so they are trying to appease the global elite who are against carbon, who are against climate change. But the funny thing is, they love the dollar, and it's called the petrodollar. Yes, that currency is based on petroleum. It is secured by a giant Navy and Air Force. So if anybody's polluting, it's them. So as far as placating the global elite, it's not going to matter. All of this is for naught because those people don't give a fuck about the environment. All they care about is control. I would say maybe the hard times haven't quite started yet. Maybe that capitulation is still coming, so keep some money on the sidelines. The Russian ruble has completely retraced. It almost completely retraced before the Ukraine war levels because Russia has backed their commodities with gold. 5,000 rubles per ounce of gold. That doesn't mean that Russian citizens can go just trade their rubles for gold. It's strictly for commodities. They're pricing their commodities in gold. That's a big shift, and it's a big problem for the US dollar. They will only accept rubles for their natural gas and oil exports, and they are the #1 exporter in the world right now. And China is doing much of the same. They have been stockpiling oil. They have been stockpiling gold and food. There is going to be a major global crisis coming up, and the fiat dollar system might be finished.
Death to fiat currency. It's all garbage.
This is all shit.
It's fake.
You're gonna give it. It's worse than the plague.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
bad.
like children. Don't touch this. It's worse than drugs.
Rub another one? Rub another one.
Russia's pricing its oil in rubles is a big giant slap in the face to the petrodollar. Remember, that is why we invaded Iraq, is because Saddam Hussein wanted to go off of the petrodollar, and that's why Obama bombed the hell out of Libya. Okay, so it is kind of a big deal. Maybe the United States using the dollar as a weapon of war to determine global policies is going to backfire in our face. We'll have to wait and see, but that is why I have a hodl position that I will never sell and go off the cliff with. All right, ETH on the daily chart. ETH looking way better. Right now we had the small golden cross right here. It looks like it's plateauing and leveling off. The 21 did cross the 200. We are finding and holding support on the 200 exponential moving average. Let's see if maybe Monday morning we can get a pump when the markets open. ETH looks all right, but I still think Bitcoin is the daddy. That's what we should follow. Hex on the daily chart. Well, what do you do when your triangle doesn't line up? Well, you just move the line, and that's what I did. I moved the line to include this pump. I still think we are in a descending triangle right here. We're below the 21 exponential moving average. We are rejecting it, and the next time we come down here at 10 cents, you know it's not going to hold. And hexagons are cheap.
By removing the peels, pits, and stems from fruits and vegetables before they're weighed at the register, Stephanie saves up to $3 per shopping trip.
Hexagons are cheap right now, and they don't want to pay, especially when they know there's probably another 50% downside move to come and another big clearance sale on Hex, because Hex was being shilled to everybody like at 35, 45 cents, you know, before the big collapse and everything. Everybody was getting onboarded. All these people are on massive losses, which what happens is when we do have a pump, those people are cutting their losses and leaving right now, and there isn't a whole lot of buyers because the OGs know that this shit's going lower. By the way, if you look at my previous videos, I sold 45 cents and was telling everybody to sell all the way down. I think if pulse chain doesn't happen soon, another 50-60% correction is in the cards, and it doesn't look like it's coming soon. They are literally fixing everybody's balances one by one manually. It's going to take forever. And look, Richard Hart is buying Rolexes. He's flying around in private jets, wearing luggage. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. It doesn't look like he gives a shit. So basically, you should probably tune out for a little while if you're hanging at the edge of your seat thinking that moon is just around the corner. The other thing to consider is maybe it's going to be a sell the news event. There's a lot of people holding, waiting for that big fork moon pump to dump and make a ton of money. When we talk about my hodl position, that means I'm going off the cliff with it. That's fine. And some of the ETH I could probably trade for Cult Dow. Let's take a look at Cult Dow. Had a nice little pop since we looked at it last. Remember, we're waiting for right around here in this range, like right around the 2,000 mark. It won't be too accurate, but this is a big line of horizontal support. Yeah, I'm really interested in buying this. It looks like it's setting in a lower high. So let's see what happens. It might run away from us, but we'll see. MRI has a lot of big news coming up. MRI weak pump. So the taxes on MRI, when you buy and sell MRI, when you move it, there's a tax on it. That tax goes to a pool, and that pool is used to sponsor fighters, and they're getting interviews, and they got their stuff all over the UFC. It's freaking cool. It's a cool ass coin. To this weekend, you can buy MRI with no taxes. Okay, so and they're supposed to have some interviews this weekend too. Can it pump? I don't think so. Kiba Inu is still cooling down, but holding the 21 exponential moving average. This is my favorite mean. I want to get it at the primary pivot at about 150. Okay, so I will be swapping some of my ETH into Kiba and Cult. That's what I'm doing. But I'm going into it knowing that, yo, like this is super high risk, right? And I'm already going to lose a bunch of money if we go down on ETH because that's my hodl position. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try these two. Keep as my favorite meme, period. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the sub button. Let's get me up there on these subs. I got something really big coming up for this channel for the Wolfpack, but I cannot disclose it because I signed an agreement. So let's get these subs up, join the Wolfpack, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.